Hey guys, Lisa Salvatore here. I'm recording this video for the new moon in Libra, which takes place September 28th, which I believe is Saturday, at 2:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Whenever we have a new moon, it means that the sun and the moon are conjunct each other in the sky, meaning they're both in the same sign, which right now is Libra. Both the sun and moon are in the sign of Libra. Libra rules the seventh house in astrology, which is the house of partnerships of all kinds, romantic, business. It's also the house of open enemies, but we're not going to focus on that. We're going to keep this positive because this is an overall positive vibe right now with this new moon and with the Libra energy. We've kind of gotten off the ground running. Saturn's direct now. We can actually start to see and feel like we are really making some progress and some headway, even if we're not quite there yet. We're almost there, right? It's like a turtle going really slow, but we're there. We see some progress. Our head's coming up out of our shell, and we're able to get things motivated and moving for ourselves. At least that's the way that we should feel. That's what the energy is primed for right now. You know, every new moon is always a new 28-day cycle. It's a great time to start projects. It's a great time to put things in order. Even if it doesn't feel, like I said, that it's necessarily moving as quickly as you would like, just knowing that you are on target and you have a target is enough, right? So every new moon and full moon, the planets are aligned differently, right? And they're in different signs also. So it does affect the energy. It changes constantly. The moon rules over our emotional world, both collectively and personally. So it does shift along with all of these moon changes, which is why I like to focus on these. I like to do videos around these times just to kind of put out there like what you could expect maybe to be feeling, or if you are feeling a certain way, this can kind of give you, you'll understand why more. So Libra New Moon is about partnerships and balance, because that's what Libra rules over. And right now that is definitely at the forefront. There are two aspects that I will focus on for this new moon. The first one is kind of an awkward aspect, but this new moon is making a quincunx to the planet Uranus. Now, okay, a quincunx is as funky as it sounds. It's funky. A quincunx in astrology is an aspect that is basically like, it functions like an inconjunct. So it's more or less like putting a circle into a square. It just doesn't quite work. It could feel awkward and frictional, but if you like actually sit with it and try to work it out, you could figure something out. You can adjust to it accordingly. And because it's the planet Uranus, which is the planet of change and eccentricity and shock value and unexpected, anything unexpected can happen with Uranus. It is just a time that you want to pay closer attention to if some adjustments might need to be made within your relationships, okay? Because there could be like a little bit of a feeling of awkwardness, or things like not quite getting off the ground the way that you need them to. Just know that that's that quincunx in effect, but it could still feel very positive and uplifting. The beautiful aspect with this new moon, and the most significant, is that Venus, which is Libra's ruling planet, so this new moon is in Libra. The sun right now is in Libra, and Libra is ruled by Venus. So Venus is the ruling planet right now and rules over what we find beautiful and pleasing, and our self-worth and our value and our finances. And because this is centered around our partnerships, this is going to shine a flashlight onto the ideals in our relationships and the way that things are working, and perhaps the way that things are not working. But it's making a sextile to the planet Jupiter, which is really nice. So Jupiter is beneficial. It expands pretty much everything that it touches, right? So making a nice aspect with Venus, the sextile, is a nice free-flowing aspect. It feels really good because it could lead to, good fellowship, generosity, open-heartedness, open-handedness, wanting to fix things and get to the bottom line. Now, this could go either way. So if you are in a partnership, it doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be business. But right now, I do feel like a lot of this is centered around our closest partnerships, right? Our romantic partnerships, let's just say. The people that we spend the most time with. So if things are working smoothly, then expect them to work even more smoothly, or to work out some kinks maybe that could have come up previously. If things are not working smoothly or have not been working smoothly, you might expect for a little bit more of that, but there will be it'll be more helpful to have a solution at this time. So even if it's been like rocky, or you feel like things aren't going the way you would like them to go, because of the nice aspects here, no matter what happens, no matter what the end result is, it shouldn't be too dramatic and it shouldn't be too disheartening if you can keep within the confines of the Venusian behaviors, which is really to be kind and loving, and it's supported to be that way at this time is my point. So yeah, you've got the quincunx there, which will make it a little funky, but adjustments can and will be made where necessary. Relationships are definitely at the forefront. This is also an awesome time to put your energy into making yourself feel better. So if you've been neglecting yourself, let's say you're eating or your gym habits or your spending or whatever, this will be a time that you will want to reel that in and look to what could make you feel better about your situation. Or if your situation's great, then just to keep it going that way. So happy new moon, plant some intentions, sit with yourself quietly for a few minutes, journal 3 sentences just about what it is that you would like to manifest, what you would like to bring in for yourself, what it is that you desire. And also in relationships, it's important to always speak up about your needs. So if your needs are not being met, but yet you're not saying that, then how can they be met, right? So you have to speak up. I'm going to pull a card from my Moon Oracle deck because I got some positive feedback about this deck. A lot of people like this deck. So I'm going to see what message we have for this new moon. Oh, and also be sure to go to the video below this. I believe it's below this for your sun sign reading for this time period of this new moon up until the full moon on October the 13th. I did readings again for this month. Okay, so be sure to look for that. Let me pull a card here. I'm not going to look because the skeptics out there will think I picked something on purpose. Let's see. Okay. All right. Huh. Okay. Number 26, prisoner. Okay. And Venus, the planet, is also represented on this card. And Venus is the ruling planet right now with this new moon. So, number 26, prisoner. Just read this to you real quick. I'll read you the message. Okay. From Aquarius to Pisces, this card is ruled by Venus and Neptune. A powerful woman with blue flowers in her long golden hair is framed by a riveted, rusting metal structure. The structure stands on 2 metal plinths, each in the form of a flight of steps, which lead to separate draped doorways through which light shines. Traditionally, the moon traveling through this mansion was considered by Indian astrologers to favor wealth but not happiness. If the moon was in this mansion at the time of your birth, then women were thought to obey you, although you were likely to restrain most of your tender impulses due to avarice. Often the compassionate nature of Neptune's influence is confused and fails to recognize the difference between fantasy and reality. Conjoined with the gentle Venus, it can denote the archetypal victim, although this can be more imagined than real. This mansion indicates mental, emotional, or physical imprisonment, either caused by yourself or as a result of the betrayal of someone else. If you draw this card, you, like the woman in the image, are not really trapped as you imagine and can escape from the constricting situation at any time. The open doorways at the base of the image indicate that new paths are available to you. And the key phrase is seeking escape from a situation, betrayal. Okay, so yeah, centered around relationships, right? I don't really think I need to explain that any further. It just basically reiterates what I said before, which is that whatever isn't working, sometimes things come up to break what isn't working so that we can see the forest through the trees and not be trapped, right? Like this is talking about being trapped. So figure out where in your life, where in your relationships you might be feeling trapped, or you may be feeling lack, or your needs might not be being met. This does not feel overly negative. It's just basically saying that, things have to change, right? One way or the other. So whether it's how you show up in your relationships or the relationship in general, you will know how this fits for you. If you would like a private consultation, please be sure to click below lisasalvatore.com. Please be patient. I know a lot of you are reaching out to me saying that I don't have any availability until some weeks out, and thankfully, I have to say I'm very grateful that I'm busy, but at the same time, I can only do so many because otherwise the quality suffers, and that is not my intention. I want to just be at my best for everybody, so I apologize If you feel like you have to wait too long, I do offer emergency consultations. I keep the price on that a little bit higher because I try to steer people away from that unless it's absolutely necessary. So anyway, thank you for your patience, thank you for your continued understanding, and thank you for being a part of my journey. And also, just be sure you can always go right to my website, lisasalvatore.com, and I will talk to you all real soon. Happy new moon. Be sure to check your sun sign horoscope. Take good care. Bye.